Hello everyone and welcome to another video with RunGP in Naval Action. And today we are featuring a very special ship. This is the first raid ship of his, of the British Navy, the Victory. This was Nelson's flagship in the Battle of Trafalgar. This is the biggest ship in Naval Action at the moment. Soon enough won't be the case because soon we are going to have the Spanish Santísima Trinidad, which was bigger, had more guns, and was even more of a brick. Yeah, well, the thing with this ship is that you have seen a lot of videos of me when I start moving at the beginning of the battle, and I start turning right away. Okay, I'm going to turn with this ship. I'm turning. Yeah, believe it or not, I'm actually turning. And that's kind of the deal with the Victory. Has a lot of guns, but not the most maneuverable thing ever. Even with this lack of maneuverability, this thing has 110 guns, and they are very heavy guns. So one broadside of this thing is going to destroy anything which is a frigate or lower in mostly one broadside. Of course, in this battle I'm going against something that is not a frigate. It's another Victory. But it's a bot. This is PB. This is an AI control ship. And the reason why I'm putting a video with bots when all my content has been mostly against players is because, well, this ship can only be equaled by that ship, which is the Victory. And of course, not a lot of players still have the Victory. So each time I walk into a battle with this ship and there's not a Victory in the other team, which is most of the time, it ends up being totally unfair and yeah, well, a default Victory, and there's nothing interesting in watching that. So as I haven't gotten a proper battle going on against another Victory yet, with my own Victory, against players, well, I'm going to show you it against bots. Now, granted, playing against a bot is no challenge, there's no competition, I'm going to win by far, but, well, the point is watching this cool ship. And watching all those guys shooting, isn't it? And also watching, well, how slow it is to maneuver, how hard it is actually to maneuver this thing. And of course that means that in this kind of ships you really need to plan 2 or 3 steps ahead of what you're going to do, because they maneuver so slowly that if you do things on the fly you might end up in a very bad situation and you don't have the maneuverability to get out of it. Anyway, we have the enemy Victory coming into range. Incoming. Some hits, thankfully not a lot. Now at these ranges I'm not expecting to do a lot of damage, because the Victories have very thick planking in the hull. They resist very well gunfire and they take a lot of fire to go down. But still too far. Still too far. Okay, that's a more or less correct elevation. Let's watch this thing shoot. As you can see, there is not a lot of damage. I have hit with most of my hits, with most of my shots, but as you can see, there is not a huge loss on armor. That's again because, well, only the lower guns, which are 42 pounders, are actually penetrating the hull of the enemy at this range. And he has popped a repair. The AI pops repairs as soon as you put the first broadside on them. That's why when you start doing a lot of damage, they don't have repairs and they sink very fast. But I did a little bit of damage there. Okay, let's keep on turning. As you can see, this thing is not the fastest turning around. I'm in beam reads as well. Ooh. Well, most of that missed the mark, which I'm absolutely thankful for. And in this situation, I would fire another broadside and then turn this way with the wind, not against the wind. But well, for demonstrating purposes, to show you how slow this thing is tacking against the wind, I'm going to, well, let you see me doing so. But first, let's put the broadside on this guy. Seems a little bit too high, but otherwise okay-ish. Yep, that was a really powerful broadside. Okay, so let's deploy full sails. Go into sailing mode. Accelerate all we can, because the faster we go into the tack, well, the faster we will complete it. Okay, this should be enough. Let's start moving against the wind. Now, during attack in a ship this big, you really have to be careful, because if you don't time things properly, you are going to end stuck on irons against the wind, and that's very, very, very dangerous. So the second you see the after yards losing wind, right now they still have a little bit, pushing it. Now they are starting to, there you go, now they are neutralized, they don't have wind pulling it. Now we put it against the wind. Now the wind is coming from this angle, it's pushing your ass away from the wind and is pushing your nose into the wind. When that starts happen is when you put your front yard at a straight angle, like that, so the wind hitting there is also pushing the nose in that direction. So you can see we have already crossed the wind, and now all we have to do is to keep this front yard perpendicular to the wind. Even doing this and doing it properly, you can see it's not exactly a fast tack at all. It takes time, it's much slower than in a frigate or in a small ship. And if you are not careful, you are going to become stuck on irons, and you are going to you're going to be stuck, and that's going to be very dangerous. Now, as the wind fills our rear sails, which should start happening now, as you can see, we reverse the front yard, totally opposite. Until now, the wind was pushing our nose. Now it's helping it, and we are accelerating out of the tack. And the tack is complete. All we have to do, well, right now I'm going to change my left guns by double shot. And all we have to do is to reach a proper angle to start accelerating properly. A broad beam reach should be enough to accelerate. So let's stop it there. And now I'm going to do a double broadside. I'm going to use the wind to turn my ass. I didn't get it before because I was turning, but now I can win a shot without having to tack. I'm going to do it. Shooting while you are turning is very inaccurate, so you have to keep that in mind. Okay, so we are in a good course. Let's see the range. Seems a little bit too high. Lower it a little bit. There you go. Now, same proceeding as before. Front yards. So the wind pushes the nose. We are already winning enough speed, so let's go battle sails. I want my turning to be in a very close radius, and we need to have a slower speed to do that. Okay, that's alright. What I'm trying to do here is to shoot another broadside to this guy, and then if I can do a double broadside. It's very hard because the Victory, as you can see, is very slow in turning. Okay. Some hits there. And soon seems that he's going to go upwind. So maybe we have the chance to do a double broadside. We'll see. Let's stabilize. Put full sails. Win a little bit of speed here. Our guns are mostly reloaded. Control the yards a little bit. Control the speed. We don't want to go very fast. Okay. Drop the sails. Two battle sails. Put them with the wind, so we slow down a little bit. So most of our shots get into the target. Return the yards to their proper position. Keep maneuvering. Okay, he's crossing the wind. He's about to cross the wind right now. So if we are really fast here, I'm actually going to go into gunnery mode. We can end up having a double shot chance at this guy. Okay. This course should be enough. I don't want to drop sails. I'm going to put them against the wind a little bit. That will slow me down a little bit and prevent me from, well, missing most of my shots. As you can see, my point of reference for the guns is moving and I want to move slowly, so most of the shots are hits. So, drop into battle cells as well to drop the speed a little bit more. Taking aim, that is to be okay. Open up. And oh boy, did that messed up good. Okay, full sails, yards in the proper position. Turn the frontal yards to maximize our turn rate. And as he moves around, he's already crossed the wind, but it's going to take a while before he can actually aim at us. So I'm going to use that time to move around and shoot with the other side. Of course, that means I'm going to be at a distance. That's why I just changed the double shot for standard shot. Because when I have a shot that this guy is going to be at a distance where the double shot won't reach. In the meantime, well, I have 268 carbonates in the back. It's a good moment to use them. And those are two very big rocks hitting him. Okay, coming around. I go full sails to win speed. Turning in a ship like this is as much as a matter of where do you have your sails positioned relative to the wind as how fast are you going, because the faster you go the more effective your rudder is, and really to turn this thing around you really need all the help you can get. So I'm using here half sails. That gives me maybe 6 knots, which gives me a decent rudder authority, while my sails are also helping me to turn around. We almost have a good position to shoot. Okay, incoming. But he missed, seems. That's a good position. Let's precise the aim. Take another ranging shot. A little bit lower maybe, and there you go. Yeah, this guy's going down. You know, for the hell of it, and why not? Man, this is so cool. Look at that. Anyway, yeah, this guy is sinking. You can see the lower portholes are already under the water. Once that happens, the flooding becomes massive and the ship goes down in no time. So it won't take a long time for him to go down. I don't even think I'm going to get time to get more shots on him. We'll see. Yeah, yeah. Lower deck is totally underwater. Okay, the first deck is almost reloaded. Let's see if we can get some more shots in. Okay. The game, and now game is over. The other victory sank. So yep, that was it. That was the victory in action. Again against bots, but the whole point of this ship is that against players you need in the other team another victory to level up things. The victory can demolish any ship in the game right now without much more than one broadside. The Bellona can stand more, but even the Bellona won't stand two broadsides of this thing without hurting a lot. So well, yep, that was it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you had fun watching this. Well, this video of the victory in action. The Santissima Trinidad is coming soon. Those are 140 guns in an even more unmaneuverable ship, so that's going to be fun. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and see you later.